And I guess without further ado, all I want to say is every time Mackie comes in, when I hear her voice and see her face, I instantly smile. She's just one of those people. You too, Michelle. You guys like stole the show a month and a half ago when you both came on here, and we just went, man, this is the coolest thing. So thank you for introducing your friends, and thank you for being on here with us, Michelle. And Mackie, we're going to turn it over to you. Share with us and help us to see what's happening in your life.
Well, thank you so much. I tell you, this is the most wonderful group to be a part of. Can you imagine? I think I feel so happy to be here, and I'm very happy to share in Limbic art and the quality of life that we want to be really careful. Well, I want to be very careful what I say, to be legal, because it is awesome. I mean, I hope awesome is okay. But thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate Michelle so much introducing me to this and being so. And she already knew that it was fabulous. And so, as soon as we were invited, as soon as Michelle was invited to come to Quantum Nomads, I mean, I knew that what we have is big, and I was so grateful. And that'll come in. I'll talk about that a little bit later, because, well, I guess I can talk about it now. I was actually, when Michelle, I moved to Portland from California. I had been doing therapy forever, dream analysis and hypnotherapy, and I had a PhD in counseling, and I just loved helping people. And I help little children. If you ever know a child who is having difficulty with reading, I feel like I just know how to do it. And I could easily have a session about it, I should have, to teach everybody how to do that, because it makes such a difference in the child's life to be able to read well. And it's very easy to do. Anyway, being here is just a very special, and I'm very happy to be here. When Michelle, I was going to wait till later to tell this, but I was really depressed because I moved to Portland and I didn't have a purpose. And because I had retired, and darn, that was just true. I was depressed, even though I loved I had very nice neighbors. I have wonderful children. But I didn't have a purpose, I realized. So, so when I found, actually, when I wish I had written down, see, I want to get better about taking notes, because I wonder if it's, Michelle might know, because Michelle's got a better memory, I think. And I'm so grateful for Michelle telling me, and grateful that the fact that she's my upline, too. But I think it's when I came on Quantum Nomads that I realized how very special this is. What we have is so special, so that anybody who tries the boost, I think, and maybe has a little bit of leadership in how to do the custom, because the custom is the secret, and as well as all the other boosts. So, anyway, I'm very happy to be here. How I got interested in healing the body, mind, spirit, I feel so grateful about that. I was in Charleston, South Carolina, and my husband wanted to go see a counselor that was considered fantastic. And of course, that was fine with me, but I wasn't interested in counseling. I didn't know that in the future I was become very interested in counseling. But he went, and it wasn't long before she wanted to see me. She was retired at the time, but she was seeing a few people. So when I saw her, I soon became fascinated. She taught me about dream analysis. I remember the first sentence I said to her, I don't remember my dreams. She said, you will. She was so right. And how they teach us so much. And I loved learning really about our subconscious. And I also learned when I went to her, I became interested in everything to do with healing. So I learned acupressure and hypnotherapy and dream analysis, you name it. If you say it, I might have learned it. So anyway, I love that. And I always kept on teaching for a while, I taught a lot of children how to read, and then I taught fewer and fewer. But I love to do that. Anyway, so when Michelle, we knew each other way back when with a different health product. And Michelle is so smart about keeping names and telephone numbers. And I mean, that's definitely not my gift. I've got to learn it. And I'm hoping with this group we're taking, I'm going to take better notes and all. So I really found that with the Limbic arc and with quantum nomads, that this is the secret. I think everybody, I would love to know sometime, everybody on here, it just means so much to so many of us, what we're doing. It feels like, I hope it's okay to say legally, I think this is the future of medicine, really. And we're just keeping on. And of course, Dr. Cook is just a genius, and he's not humble's not the word. He's not arrogant. He realizes, I think, that whole thing that we're all one in love, and that love is what's important. So it's just very special. Then when I found what we have, and Michelle helped me do a custom, and that's so wonderful. You know what? Excuse me. I think what Dr. Cook said is so important, because he said to be aware, because things will be showing up that you're not even thinking about. Oh my gosh, that is so wonderful. From our custom, it shows that our subconscious, our body knows the best, what we need. And oh my gosh, makes me want to cry. It's so wonderful, so special. And one of the things that we were conscious about, I'll talk about a little bit first. The digestion, that's super important, we know. And so we had boosts on digestion and gut. And then I've been in about 3 months on quantum nomads and everything. But then the sleep, I had at night. And if I forgot, early days, I forgot and left it on. I didn't sleep too well, but sleep, and then we take it off and put on energy or something good to help for the day. But I realized that now with my sleep, I used to get up several times a night, about 3 times a night, I guess. Now I don't get up, or often I get up once a night. And my little dog, tiny little dog, sleeps. He's very happy. She's very happy when that I don't get up and get her off the bed. Anyway, so let me see. And then memory. That's that dear person, was it, who said he was interested in his memory. Well, as we get older, that is super important. And so Michelle has noticed that my memory's better. I wanted to tell that dear Anatar, I think was the person, that our memory, we're not as aware that our memory is better, but our friends are. I think that's an interesting thing, because you'd think we would know. I'm just really unhappy every time I don't remember something. But I've realized that it is getting better. Then what I wanted to do was mention the things that, to be aware of, that haven't healed. I mean, that I wasn't even looking to heal. And there are 2 things. One is my ankle. when I was in an automobile accident when I was 14, and my dad died, and my son, he's 18 months younger. It's my brother. He was thrown through the windshield, and they all left him for dead. They covered him up, and then they noticed that he moved a little. So a friend from high school who's following behind us carried him in his arms to the hospital, where there was a genius. I mean, a real genius. We were blessed, and saved his life. And actually, I asked my brother, because sometimes when people think somebody's dead, they're really taking a near-death experience. And I asked him, because he became a lawyer. That's what he wanted to do. And so I asked him, he didn't tell anybody about the near-death experience. It's a good thing, because people were sent to mental institutions in those way back when. Now, the doctors are writing books about it themselves. But I asked my brother years ago, did you have a near-death experience? Because he was so kind. We didn't know another lawyer who was like he was. And I'm sure they're out there. But anyway, he said, I walked with our dad. And that's just made me happy, of course. Okie doke. So my ankle, with the custom, I wasn't expecting my ankle that was rigid. I jumped a lot in high school. Didn't hurt, because the genius had put it back together. It was a compound fracture in the accident when I was 14. And so it's just amazing. It had, because I've been interested in health for, seems all my adult life, it did move a little, but now it moves quite a bit, so it's a lot easier to walk. And then the other thing that really helped a lot was, it was sort of amazing to me. I had a tooth infection that the dentist wanted to, this is all custom. I know those of us who have been in this a while, we're very impressed with custom. Anyway, it was painful here, and the dentist wanted me to spend a lot of money, and he was going to fix it. But I decided I was going to do my best. Well, with custom, I'm here to tell you, there's no pain. No pain. And when I get I can just barely feel it, it's not even painful, by my tooth. So that was wonderful. And then I had an ear infection, because I had burst my eardrum at one point in the airplane. And that was infected. No more. I tell you, it's just wonderful. It is amazing. Those are the two most important ones. I had written down some more. Because, for me, what I really am interested in, I hope sometime, maybe those of us, I don't know, maybe we can have a little talk about it. But I think that with custom and InfoBoost, that maybe our awareness of our spiritual life, oh, I see you not. Thank goodness. I know I'm not just crazy. It's just wonderful that we're so much, I'll just say, because you agree with me, that it's so special to be aware of the divine, and that it's everything that's important is love and joy. It's just very exciting. So I hope this is mainly what I wanted to share, and I'm just so especially grateful to be here. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mackie, for being our special guest today. And boy, there was all kinds of comments on there while you were talking. You have to look back through there. But also, one of the things that I thought, there's a couple of things. One is, with your ankle, you've shared with us your age before. So that was an accident you had 72 years ago.
That's right.
And your ankle has been stiff for a long time, correct?
That's right.
Now, if you went to a doctor and said, Doc, I've got a stiff ankle, he'd probably tell you, well, here, I can give you some painkillers, some anti-inflammatory, some this, some that, whatever, right?
No, I've been to a lot of doctors through the years. Nobody ever even tried to help my ankle.
Wow.
There wasn't any way to help it. But that man was a genius. I'm so grateful. All the things that have happened in my life that I'm so grateful for. But then to be depressed when Michelle introduced me to all of this, and I'm so grateful. You know what? That makes me wonder, because I don't think I knew then to ask God, I have no purpose. I'm depressed because I have no purpose. And God maybe heard that and gave me Michelle and all of you. So, coming here all our meetings every Monday through Sunday is very special. Yeah, because it's a wonderful group. When I moved to California, I was seeing clients, and I told myself I'm only going to be with people that I really like. Well, that's what we've done with Limbic Arc. It's like people who really have a good heart and want to grow and love and have joy. This is the best home to be in. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very old. I'm 86. I really meant to say at one point that,
Actually, Mackie, anyway, that's 86 years young, by the way.
Yeah, there you go, Carl.
Well, thank you,
well,
Carl.
And one of the things I wanted to say though is if you went to the doctor, Mackie, and said I've got these symptoms, I've got this foot, I've got this this toothache, I got this ear infection, they would give you antibiotics and inflammatories. They give you drugs and that kind of thing. If you went to a health food store and you said, I've got these issues, they'd say, okay, well, you can try this and that and the other things. But for you to be able to just go in and pick the custom Spark scan and those things happen from it is absolutely incredible for us to be able to have the access to that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. It's incredible. I'm very grateful. And before Limbic Arc, I was spending way too much money on health products. I was very careful to only get ones that really work. I shouldn't say this out loud, but I don't go to doctors much, very little. I'll just say it that way.
Yeah.
But natural health, I'm all for. But we've got it. Jeez,
good for you.
I don't take my health products anymore.
And that's said by a doctor, by the way.
I beg your pardon? What'd you say?
I said, and that is said by a doctor.
Well, doctor of counseling, a little bit different. Thank you.
Well, that's awesome.
There's one more thing I wanted to say.
Yeah,
about the doctor, the thing, because that that inspired me. Dr. Sandra, when she came on, I just thought, I've never, even when I saw clients and was director of a mental health center and taught all kinds of stuff, I didn't say a lot about my doctor thing. And so, but when Dr. Sandra did, I thought, well, and maybe it's the custom that it's just like making me, why not? I mean, what's so wonderful about being on this Quantum Nomads is everybody's so genuine. And that's very touching to me, very touching. I just love the genuineness. So anyway, and I appreciate that Carl put up the doctor for me. So I thought, well, okay.
Yeah, awesome. Well, and you guys can thank Daniel for the transparent and the authenticity, because it's all his fault, because that's who Daniel is, and we kind of took on the personality of that here at the Quantum Nomads. So when you see him, make sure that you thank him for that, because it really just took on another personality, but it's a group, so it's a community that's taken that on, and we have a lot of loving, caring, sharing people here, and that's who we're looking to attract. We're not looking to attract people that are coming in and trying to make $1 million in a week and all the different stuff. We're really looking for people that want to make a difference in people's lives, and you're one of those people. Mackie.
Well,
And thank you
and
so
so,
much.
well, thank you. Just one other thing. When I was doing this, you know what, we all have so much. Anyway, when in the early days, one of the first groups I was with was Manatech. And I loved it because it helped people. I never even looked, you know what, sometimes my check came, I didn't even look at it because I just actually worked with people who wanted their health. And that was so wonderful. But I was sitting way back up in this convention thing. And Manatech called me up as one of the top money earners. It surprised the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, I had wonderful people working for me, as you can imagine. Oh, my God. So anyway, that's it. But I love the fact that we're thinking about people's health and how to be helpful. That's genuine, as you said. And you and Daniel and Carl, just a wonderful threesome. Thank you.